Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our last Modiragatsi daily check-in on day 10. Um, we will have one live session next week when we announce the finalists. More information on that will follow. But today is the last day that we will have our daily check-ins. And I really enjoyed having you here in my home. But I'm also glad that you and I get to rest after this today. So remember, you can ask your questions in the live chat. But apart from that, I would like to give you a short overview of Modiragatsi in terms of numbers today. So it is quite interesting to know that that in this competition we welcomed 95 high school girls, 7 high school boys, and 45 high schools. What I'm really excited about is that there were 55 teachers that were mentoring you guys from the 45 high schools. So some high schools had more than one teacher joining. So thank you very much. We know you spent very many hours of your holiday mentoring girls, asking us questions, making sure that they understand what we meant by what we asked them. So we really, really appreciate you doing that. It was also exciting to see where all of you came from. So I made this infographic with the courier list where I sent the parcels. So this is all the places where you guys were watching us from. I hope you can spot your own town somewhere there. But thank you. It is really a privilege to have an online event because we could include you from far and wide and not just from neighboring towns and cities. So it is really awesome to see. You can also see in terms of the size of the name of the town, that indicates how many there were from that specific town. So I think Bloemfontein, Durban, and Rustenburg are really some of the big contributors. Then also Potchefstroom, and then Johannesburg was not only grouped as Johannesburg, but you could see Midrand, Kempton Park, and a lot of other Johannesburg adjacent names there. But it was also very awesome to see that we could have participants from Cape Town, Polokwane, and Ballito. So it's really awesome to have you guys. Then in terms of we had the most teams who entered. We had Limisi Girls High with 13 teams that entered and participated. We had Star College Girls Durban with 7 teams. The Moka Full Service Secondary School with 5 teams. And then Potchefstroom Girls High School and Labone College of the Royal Bafokeng both with 4 teams. So 4 teams means that there could be as many as 8 from a specific school participating, but we're really amazed by these numbers of participants. Then I don't know whether you knew or realized, but every one of you completed 17 individual assignments, and we expect 80 teams to submit a report and video pitch on Sunday. We only lost 2 teams in the course of the 2 weeks. And then in terms of the student accelerators, so the university students who took part in their own special category of Modiragatsi, we had 40 students from the School of Electrical, Electronic and Computer Engineering, 26 from the School of Mechanical Engineering, 7 from the School of Chemical Engineering, and also 7 from Industrial Engineering. And at this point in time, I'm expecting 12 students to submit a report and video pitch by Sunday for to be included in the Modiragatsi competition. That is really exciting. And the remaining 68 will just complete that at their own pace for some vacation work credit. So well done, guys. I'm really impressed that you kept working and that you are actively participating so far. And again, there you will see the names of the different schools being displayed. That part of our experience. Then some of you might be excited to know who the social media forerunners are at this stage. And I'm not going to try and pronounce all of these names specifically because you use very interesting characters in some cases. But if you're a forerunner at this stage, remember that you don't need to stop making posts, and you can really use this weekend to get another post out and get your likes up. So we will be announcing the official winners on next week when we announce the top 25 teams. And also remember that the school that engages the most in terms of their social media posts, that when they tag us and share their excitement, the school with the most social media reach will win a 3D printer for their school. And at this stage, we have 3 schools that are really making an effort. We appreciate you guys doing that. So Sunrise View Secondary School, Hoërskool Waterkloof, and the High School for Girls Potchefstroom. Thank you for sharing and liking. It doesn't mean that the others can't still catch up. We will give you until Wednesday next week to share and get your likes up, and we will warn you before we make the final decision. Then I would like to once again thank our sponsors, our headline sponsor, Versita, who made the financial contribution to this competition and who will also be making the all expenses paid trip possible. Then our content sponsors, Siemens, Mendix, Kish, IP, and the Northwest University Business School. Remember that on Sunday we expect you to prepare and submit, or by Sunday we expect you to prepare and submit both assignments, the video and the report, before 5 to 12 that night. No extension is possible, but I have seen that the first teams have already started submitting their final submissions today. So there's still more than enough time for you to finalize it. Make sure that you really put your best foot forward in that video. I think that is where you can make the most of your idea and really come in terms of the judging criteria. And remember, you can still ask us questions if you need to, but just don't miss the deadline. Then I've again included the things to remember about the video pitch. Remember that you guys are your own best supporter. I need you to really think about what you want to say before you start saying it. So write a script and read it to yourself. Make sure that you feel confident in pronouncing all of the words, that you are sure that you are touching on all of the different aspects about your idea that you want to touch on. Decide whether or not you need visual aids. We had again the question today about whether you need to have slides. No, you don't need to have slides. If that makes it easier for you to communicate your idea, please use them. But if you can do it without the slides, please do that. Both of the team members need to be in the video. So the one can record and the other one be the spokesperson. That's totally fine. Just stick to the 5-minute time limit. Especially those of you who have decided to split the work in 2 and do one part of the talking and the other part of the talking. Just make sure that you still stick to the time. Someone else asked me whether you could do a voiceover of a slideshow and submit that. Yes, you can. You don't need to be on screen in the video. So whatever you do to communicate your idea the best way possible, do that. And remember that we will only know what you tell us. So if you forget to tell us something, the judges won't know that specific thing about you. Remember that I gave you a Canva pitch deck that you can use, and you can edit all of the pictures there. You can change all of the words. If you need to use that one, you can also use your own PowerPoint or Canva version. It's all up to you. It's just some resources that I'm giving to you to make it easier for you to do this. Then I would really like to thank our group admins. These 5 goals have worked extremely hard with me this past 2 weeks. I barely slept, but they also barely slept. Because every time at night when you guys went to sleep, we had to start grading. And I was in charge of grading all of the students' work, and these 5 were responsible for grading the scholars' work. So thank you very, very much. Thank you for your patience, all the support you gave on the WhatsApp groups. You are an awesome team, and I really couldn't have done this without any of you. So thank you to all of them. Then, if you haven't done so already, please remember to register for the Femgineering event. Remember that if you share posts about the Femgineering event, that can also count towards your social media influencer likes and shares that we use to calculate your reach. So remember that anyone, any high school girl who might be interested in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics can attend. You don't need to be interested in engineering specifically. You can just join us to see what engineers typically do. We will have some very interesting speakers. That's not me. We will also have fun hands-on projects that you will be able to do along remotely. So it will be all online, so you can join us from wherever and complete those projects with us. And we will also have some very cool entertainment. So some of it might be some students entertaining you with their awesome talents. There will also be a self-defense class that you will be able to use after this to defend yourself. But yeah, use the post. I will once again share I think I already shared the thumbnail of the Femgineering event with you on the various groups, so you can use that as a social media post as well to tell your friends to attend with us. And remember that the first 200 girls will receive a fully loaded goodie bag. And at this stage, we're up to 75 entries. So I think there's still 125 now at the 23rd of July who can still qualify to get a goodie bag. And remember, that is also where we will be announcing the ultimate winner of the Modiragatsi competition. So that brings me to the end of what I wanted to say. I wanted to thank all of you for really working very diligently and very hard, not losing courage when you had to resubmit something or when you understood something incorrectly. I hope you learned. I can't wait to read your reports and read those first 2 questions about what you learned and what lessons you will take forward. That's really precious to me. It means that I haven't wasted my 2-week vacation by spending it with you, as long as you have learned something and that you will be inspired and that you will be role models in your community. I think this is the first step that all of you have taken now to recognize some problems in your community that technology can address. And even though you're not engineers yet, you don't have matric or you don't have a degree yet, I hope that you see that you can already start making a difference. And just with that approach to life, thinking about the answers and not always thinking about the problems, you can make a significant difference in the world. And that's how we change the world. We do it by starting in our own backyards and starting by making a difference wherever we are with the skills and the access and the networks we have. So that's the reason I do what I do. It's because I really believe that we're making a difference and we're making the world a better place by doing these things. So I hope that at least after these 2 weeks, this is the first step that most of you are taking in this regard. I see there's a first question. I'm quickly going to read it. If anyone else has a question that they would like to ask, please remember you can either ask it on WhatsApp or you can ask it in the live chat. Okay, Yasin is one of our student competitors who have done this for vacation work credit, and she asked whether or not the students also need to create a video pitch. Yes, please. I think it is a very good skill for all of you to develop. In most cases, in your final year project, all of you will be required to create a video pitch in any case. In the workplace, I can hardly think of a place where my friends and colleagues don't need to make a video of a specific concept. So please, yes, you have to submit everything. You're just not bound to the 25 July deadline. So you can submit it later if you're not participating in the competition. But if you want the credit, you have to do all 19 days. Okay, this is your 5-minute warning. So if I don't see any questions within the next 5 minutes, I will stop this 5 minute warning. Yeah. Okay, our 5 minutes is up, and this brings me to the end of our session today. I hope you guys really enjoyed these 2 weeks. I enjoyed spending time with you. I enjoyed teaching you new skills. So thank you, and I hope you all stay warm, stay safe, and please remember to submit in time. Do not aim for Sunday evening, aim for tomorrow evening, and then you have 24 hours to figure something out if something goes wrong. I have set it to allow you for resubmissions. So if you want to submit something and later submit an improved version, as long as you submit the improved version before Sunday evening, that's also fine. We won't be assessing anything beforehand. So I hope you have a lovely evening and a lovely weekend. And good luck with school starting next week. Also, good luck to our students starting classes on the 29th of July. Good luck. You guys are really awesome. I loved seeing your ideas. I loved seeing how you think creatively and find new ways to make things work. Uh, so please continue doing that. Do not become negative when things around you fall apart or you feel hopeless. You guys really give me hope when I look at the posts you make and look at the ideas you come up with. You will really make the world a better place. Okay, so that brings me to the end of Modiragatsi training session. Keep an eye out for the announcement next week of the top 25 teams. I will warn you well in advance before we have the live broadcast. So, good night.